This one is called Cybersecurity Tax Evasion. And I saw it in the Business Guardian. And is this article here. Title is Cybersecurity Strategy, Go After Tax Evaders. Go after tax evaders. The development of a national cybersecurity strategy and national energy policy that strengthening of the fraud squad and priority for the establishment of a National Statistical Institute and its resource requirements are among the budget recommendations made by AmCham TNT. In a 27-page document, it was submitted to the Ministry of Finance, blah, blah. According to AmCham, even when the optimistic growth projection, systemic issues and rising crime, foreign exchange shortage, supply chain bottlenecks, and food security continue to threaten the nation's economy stability, the rate of recovery and the standard of living citizenry enjoys threatened. Here's the important part, or the part that I am very concerned about. Therefore, our economic policy making must, at this time, take an approach that underscores a mixture of proposals to address debt sustainability, economic diversification to boost the non-energy sectors, the effectiveness of tax collection and incentives for foreign direct investments across all sectors. And then they were like, let's use AI to solve it, which, was very weird. As the government moves towards digitizing processes and records, there needs to be a cybersecurity strategy to ensure that the data generated is kept secure and unauthorized access is prevented. So they're saying that we need to put some effort behind cybersecurity because if we want to get digitally transformed and do all these financial things, we need to put some sort of cybersecurity threats in place and sort it out. But I am not 100% sure if their suggestion is a pie in the sky or if it's something that we could handle or we could do or we understand very clearly. What do you think?
But where does tax evasion and using where does the whole tax evasion and tax collection thing link in with cybersecurity and improving, how that is that related?
I don't think they kind of clear. The article seems a bit muddy to me, and it's almost like they made a lot of suggestions and they threw in the digital part of it as a major way to fix it. Because look at the sentence here, right? AmCham TNT is recommended the use of artificial intelligence and fraud detection tools and professional accreditation bodies and associations to identify businesses that are not compliant with the Board of Inland Revenue. How artificial intelligence come into there to identify a business that not compliant with the BIR? That it is. It's like it almost seems like throw artificial intelligence into the sentence. Your song smarter, and that's how it feeling to me.
Oh my god. A lot of for me, a lot of stuff is. Well, I guess I kind of understand where they're coming from, in the sense that a lot of the inefficiencies of the current system and the way we do things probably lies with people, in terms of people being inefficient and people probably not being productive. So in their minds, they had the whole AI movement going on. If they replace or use AI to help some of these people actually do their work or do certain things, it would facilitate progress. I think that's probably where they, because in terms of tax collection and all of that, and monitoring and, is basically people that's needing to go through records and do audits and that kind of thing. Is probably
a man data collection first to do that.
Yeah. It's a manpower issue, I think,
Yeah, because AI ain't going to be able to go through wrong, like data that is not clean. If the data not clean, then the AI will just be like, I can't understand what's going on here because all they do is have the correct account number for half of these people.
And then they're gonna need to hire a consultant to come in and implement this. Because they don't have the expertise in house.
That's always
right. First they're going to have to hire a consultant to make a recommendation on how it's going to happen. Then an ex-consultant to come and try and implement it. And then you still don't have the expertise in house to run it and maintain it and make sure it's running.
It's that one sentence that I see that I kind of get the gist of, and I think they should have just lead with this. It noted that it should include updated cybersecurity policy to govern how data is collected, used, stored, and secured, adding that this will also attribute to building the public's trust and increasing uptake and usage of digitized services available. And I understand that. I believe that if I am to trust a system, I don't know how it's being collected, used, stored, and secured. However, John Public, go ahead.
You just use the online tax, what do you call it, tax return.
Yeah.
You send it to the phone. You get your return already?
Nah.
Right. And what do you think, that's a people issue or
That is a strategic decision issue.
You know what? As they say, strategic. I saw the Minister of Finance release something. When it was,
that is why I said it's strategic. Because that is politics. That is politics. That is fully politics. But for me, like from my perspective, I would love to know about the collection, storing, and whatnot, the database part of it. John Public ain't care about that. Mm-hmm. John Public just want to know that they're not going to lose their money, or they're not going to lose or the digitized service will work. How much digitized services have to take place before people realize, well, it does work? Like,
but it's not even that. We have a high percentage of our population that just don't pay tax. We have a tax collection problem. How
that's facts.
And that stems from a good percentage of the population don't really put all the money through the bank. So how are you going to know how much money somebody actually making? If they're self-employed, they don't necessarily have an employer.
How the IRS do it?
How the IRS do it?
Basically, like, okay, let me say. Go ahead.
So in the US, you could either get paid above board or under the table. Most people just get paid above board. You have your social security, and most employers just pay you through the bank.
Okay.
Just hand you cash. But
right.
The people who actually get cash is people who probably not documented.
Right.
People
okay.
who have
I understand.
Green card or whatever. Right? Those people might get paid under the table. But even undocumented people could pay tax, So like if you want to have a bank account in the US, you're undocumented, but you want to have a bank account and you want to be putting money in the account, you want to pay rent, you want to do this. Because like to even get an apartment in the US, you need to check your credit score, right? To do anything. Yeah, the landlord is check your credit score.
So the efficient collection of tax in the US, because we could agree that the US has collect tax fairly efficiently, right? Because no movie star, no basketball player, nobody could get away from the taxes that they had to pay. So like when you see a basketball player sign a contract and they get 30 million, they only leave with half of that because the other half does pay all the taxes, right? So you're saying that the taxation system has to be digitized in order to get this sort of the outcome that they want here, because the outcome that this article trying to say is we need to use AI and all that kind of thing, but basically we just need to have like an efficient system
for people to report on the income. Well, let me say I doing what I have a business, and my business is as cash. All I collecting is cash. People that's giving me cash. I don't even put it in the bank. I just have that there and I dealing with cash right through the year. How the government or the BIR or whoever are going to know how much money I'm making? I'm not reporting anything. You know, it have a lot of people like that in Trinidad that they just make cash. A lot of a lot of businesses like that. You know, they collect cash, they deal in cash, they don't really have bank accounts. If I wanted to put all the money through it, you know, because you have a certain threshold before you have to start to pay tax. You know, so if you're not passing all your money through the bank to know for the bank to actually know, or for the government to know how much money you're making, you know, unless they start investigating. They need the manpower to probably investigate people. You know, you live in a certain lifestyle, your house a certain way, you know, to go and audit them in terms of things. Because like in the US, it has certain things that will get flagged and it would trigger an audit on your finances from the IRS.
That is when the man with the titles come and knock on your door and be like the IRS.
So we have a tax collection problem. That is what I think, you know, people making money and it's like, how the government going to know?